resetting aban papa ba baby I reset it think as me NDC ni ntime betena ha ba be hypocrite say I salute them for that.
The first reshuffle must happen. Tell the president the ministers who are not ready.
And that's what the NPP is noted for. They are there confusing everybody as if
the database system. It does not allow people from outside to infiltrate the database system.
Wait, they say, for my Bawumia by president.
Arrogance of power. Yes, promises I hear so. Yes, the economy. And then maybe I buy a car. Let me 4,003. And I turn 900. Reasonably, Mahama sem crowd. On that basis, you may not be able to question him.
Yen some for you know koba ebium emma jumadi so asanso trasia. And some e koso e o man Ghana mu. Yade ni nyina ebre ahefo ene wachi no. Ye bia nsem nim na ye dimu nkomo information bi free sem na chiba no. Yade ni nyina agu form ede ama ahefo after se Supreme Court erebe tu dwa se election an ka be baso e wo Kpandai constituency. Electoral Commission and stopping no absha and come up break any fracture ba NDC amanyuko no womo edin komo awache afi NPP amanyuko no so edin komo quick one e be wuram so election no ye jai MP no obetumi akwa parliament anase ontimi konkotena parliament quick one e be di hu komo na fe no bibia ai kama eno wachi His Excellency John Dramani Mahama mampani aguso abodwuma sare be ya oman Ghana Yebefa yentoma pa efra enkomo bebre so ene fi oba ya fanasi yade ni nyina ebre ayefo baransa na commander yebe ran semnim na yebie semnim na yade semni nyina agufom no yene kan kwa this video emra Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia guso anam bontoa na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia kwa kodin komo bi ama nkomo na liki aba bedi ha sei na nokwasam se Ghana 40 asem no wo mubuofu papa nti quick one Yeni kankoti we mrani koba information we chepa.
Fair coordinators for the database system. They will all help us to coordinate the welfare. And what is very, very good about the welfare database system, it does not allow people from outside to infiltrate the database system. If it is for us as party people, it will be for us. In the system, we will know who wants the jobs, who wants the loans, who wants the scholarships, and all of that. So if we have jobs coming, then it's very simple. We look into the database to see who we are taking the jobs to. We are not going to go and say, party executives or party members go online and apply and get these jobs. No, the online is already in the database. We'll take the jobs and bring it to you. We are not going to ask you to go online to go and make any applications. We'll bring the jobs directly to you. And because we are going to use the database system, nobody will be able to sell slots out to people who are outside of our party. You will only be limited to people who benefit from within our database. You can't go outside and take people's slots and sell them to people who will then come in and take opportunities from our people. So that database system will restrict and make sure that this phenomenon where opportunities are sold is vanished forever. Kugurudu.
Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia,
of course.
No question say ninkomo wakwa kodini. But then me di blame no nyina be ma cameraman na o twa video no. Anase ya na nase.
Why dio?
Na so asem we die. Eni se nkeli kikwa be di ha.
Director, asem we die. Open nyame anim nie. Kwaya fa so liki ya ne die. Ankoye.
Na se Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia bre na MPP for no koto abama no. No we ni. Na Obabejan flag bearer Emma NPP.
Okay.
Na nyame amfa kwam na bia 2028 or we ni election no a. Say na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia eba be Ghana for.
Director say ya.
Na se me no mienu de.
Oh,
ya ho ntoye da.
Na adwo asafo nkoma odi ye no. Enye no na ne Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia si so.
Edi nkomoni.
Director, e hye wo mo plans im. E ka wo ma dwempom se o mo ba power. E ye family and friends. Say the kenoforia tamo edidi ye no. E the same thing.
Edinana no kwa kufodo mistakes are obeye no. The same mistakes and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia person sabe repeat.
Director, they don't see it as a mistake say they wu hu no. Omukuni say that is how it should be.
Yeah.
Enunti na enei adwo sofo no chama wuntumi mu omo kuom homa Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia omo ntini hu dai because omo wagidie say onyaba power omo section of nkrofobia automatically omo bedidi
when just MPP for ni bi no omo nyanyai ai krono no
of course
still na no akrono sem no omo tirim
raja yen kan okrentre ya nkoma Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia di we have to treat it with seriousness krono ene keta so hye na wa hyase a all building in kakra from the party grassroots level enei o ka kira grassroots for say ye fa adwuma ye ma besia na ye ma scholarship it should only be NPP for nko ade a director any sorry to say adwempo ben na do to party for the
mistake adie we emphasize mistake aba mu nyina ye say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ne delegates ne kasa no
of course
na nka wo say omo obia de camera to from
of course
no ne MPP delegates no nko akasa but then video na leak aba bedi ha no
okay
e chance Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia oni papane fo say no person obey o man
director oyeni paboni ni empo ono party delegates na hia you discuss things ya ebe benefit wo mo kade wo be ya ma wo mo enti
say no so no okay commander
enti wo ka kire wo mo no enka nkire wo mo say eye wo mo nko a mo mo nya we say outsiders be nya wo mo portion na bom ye be din kan hwe mo ye hwe mo wi a ye be hwe general public ne so but say wo ka kire ye say ade no eye portal eye MPP for nko na mo be create a certain data bi na mo de wo magum nti say adwuma na beba yem fa adwuma na meto internet so mo be apply director and one some de akoto portal nim na ma fa nkrofo MPP data nim enti wo be kai a na nsay na man focus military security services adwuma na MPP for mo nton form so no mo abonten
ai enka me ba beka se say na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia kan dia any Ghana for because what to Obama NDC because His Excellency John Dramani Mahama betena konwa no so no na no ya no ye for soldier for no
of course
wo ma biemo mo say obia apply for me ama me kwar me nua apply bi
okay
ye nko pani bia ye ni pani bia ye kwa ko hu no but ne dia no process ni ma ye bom pa ye say oba meet requirements ni bibia be kama
okay
but then MPP wa ba mi ante wo sem da
dabi
dem cho what ase
obeti esi soldier for aba abonten omo ko training aba omo fa hine ko training nti Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is confirming to Ghanaians say ye to aba de ma Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ye ono ni team ne nko na be didi ena yen kamo bi ante ase enye MPP ni bia na be benefit because eni pe be to aba ma MPP awe no but sorry to say enye MPP for nko na be to aba ma awe no and this how MPP ni now honorable candidate Japan camp who brand champion camp who ditum camp you are not part of it say omo build omo data na omo fa wudi nsem enei omo start e collect data omo form groups e de omo numbers egum enti onka ho a say omo we ni power you don't have any opportunity say ubenya appointment na say bi enye asam yenka besia bo wo say besia banks be bo am for besia mo de ye adwuma and also party for ngwa na asam yenka enya hotira hwan maame ene pa besia bo maame ben na pese obesore akodila wo bank e request for loan say odi koye adwuma enti na mass work forecast no ni nyina kogu chama wuntumi ni MPP for fie
okay yes uta Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia yes uta but some Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia tudwei so we Ghana ni na ubi binya MPP no ma MPP no a MPP betena konwa no so ase be neglect you
asem ni nyina no
atiase
of course
enyenka nkuko nkitinkiti kede be MPP for nko a
mo supporter no nkomo ye data na MPP for nko a
ya dia mo
mo dia nkuko na mo na wo mo de ko but every opportunity be bia MPP for nko na dia mo na wo mo de ko scholarship enti enyi won say give to aware or course scholarship secretariat or de wonu ani kunu esai kwato scholarship ne so esai etwa plenty kize fa ono ne ma ho cost nyina e de ka ho a ne kunu enya scholarship no otu kwan a e wese ne ma nyina di etwa. This was the kind director I'm sure enti enei yen kantre Ghana for plane enya plane fa said Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia at this moment or say or capture country no na odi odi open
unfit for president
tabi emwa right enye mampani kasani or different purpose bi na dwen no e kwa say obia Sebi really on Kwanim Profokitwabi, and he's working in the interest of Sanipa Kitwabi Asa. And the the OHR say, a dear Bian Chichemu Wombiano, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, or delay with Etia, or ben neglecting and Kayafono, no, Jina baby or no, or follow within. And the any politics in every single thing, the Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, no, Anya Jia, Manko Fakono. I say, and Yadia or baby, Bamana benefit too. Yeah, fair. Now, young country Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say, these campaign messages, a message, a threat to the national development of Ghana. It is a nay or Pemampania, Sebi in some way, a man cabin, and in some way, our cano, a provider. The true Ghana baby already based on competence. One can say my own and the cansema bagum na ento biasum so that they can give you opportunity. The matter what shall I say in yimu chrono friends and family government and they can oforiata. We don't go to the US on TV ma na na cry what we are doing. After the nidi ko tare ho a na ko issue statement and no be and you say what share there unya bi no and no and I was insist say wo ba you are going to do it more than another there no very bad nti say obi ne yanya adwen say always ya kasa say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia doesn't deserve to be president nipa kro on trust na onye fair na on analyze situation we say President Mama nei and the video about bontia o kase NDC phone create data. Not every opportunity biano. Yen fama NDC phone kwa. Edi na kebisi.
Okay. Commander yen tufa na yen ko tien Samuel Rashid Tanko dia tuja. O say Supreme Court ade ababa tuja say Kpandai constituency election electoral commission is o say kwakoye o hobiem no. Supreme Court dia ababa tuja say wo mo ntwensensen. Na we say no NDC for no say NPP for kasa say electoral commission say election yenya ye enti wo mo MP still na no obetumi agusu akọ parliament NDC for say that be Supreme Court no ankasa quick one ye ko te Rashid Tanko mra ne koba abusuan Samuel chire pap.
They have been saying all manner of stating all manner of unprintable words against judges as of it. That is what they are doing. But we respect the courts, and that is why we go by the court decisions. Look, Nyindam is a former MP. The orders, as directed by the High Court, is still in force. And Nyindam cannot go to Parliament. He is a former MP. Nothing stops. There is no injunction whatsoever placed on those and the orders. The suspension is as a result of the 30th. That is what they are talking of, not the implementation of the orders. And which must be very clear in our mind in this. The orders was directing the conduct of the rerun. That is why they say suspend the rerun while we look at this matter, not the orders. So people should not be confusing as a public, and that's what the NPP is noted for. They are there confusing everybody as if the orders was directing at Parliament, as clerk of Parliament and Electoral Commission to set aside the High Court orders. No, the orders is about the rerun, which is coming on the 30th. Don't go ahead with the 30th. Hold on. Once we listen to these people, Nyindam is a former MP, and it must be very clear.
Director, Kpandai rerun election,
of course.
And finally, Supreme Court said that be what munya butre kakra. Now we say no Rashid Tanko say eja. Atete no about this MP before the team come over.
Okay.
Omo team come over but and this a quick one you know.
Well, Director, in the first place, Mamimo Supreme Court abaso.
Oh yeah.
Because a unanimous decision 5-0 in favor of MPP.
Anna, we say so no, me so mebo NDC for abaso.
Okay.
On say emra na MPP for aban mu no.
Yeah.
Na yen share musa ruling bi say o.
Nye is sa.
Media bibi say the enten hu.
Yeah. Everybody.
And Kabano ye den kebeto.
Director abawi. Can this for twom ni betene pe. Kebeto abano.
But then Supreme Court to say, woman Chensen say.
Of course.
Who say NDC for a D.
Yeah.
Video boy, I require question here. I would say me bring out to that.
There ma pe NDC for na semne say. Upon say omo power any everything no. Assembly by no. omo bu court no so washa they are not saying say judges na anya fair omo asem ni say the court na ka no omo gitum na mum adwuma e wo so omo ye no e no omo beye rabata sa na wo say yen democracy ni eye yen respective rule of law yen ma mra no enya adwuma rabata NDC fon ko mo di I side with them in some way because so tie in some na court na NPP candidate no e dey asem na appeals court wo ko appeal on Tamale High Court decision no ntiano no appeals court and o mo sign court Supreme Court to BM say Supreme Court ensi kwan say de be ya yentimi nto aba no on the 30th and unfortunately Supreme Court gitu me say ampansam na MPP for kanu nyansa wo eto asum
and yes no nipa no de akọ nipa na kwa akoya apila yentimi konko to aba ne sa
mo and then the Supreme Court say yenya na on the 13th of January almost Supreme Court besa betena asem no so enti o mu di asem ni wi a ansa ne ye beto aba na Electoral Commission affixing new date am here dia to aba no this is why me say a win situation for Ghana so far as in democracy a concern but in Nkoma Rashid Tanko di no e when am say I side with NDC for no director MP now te so no Speaker of Parliament ajetum say ye tuna fra konya so Supreme Court anka say yen sanfa no nkosi akonya so
but omo ka say ene sadia MP no betumi akwa na dwuma kopem say won be di asem na wi
director say utie nkomo na say we are hoping two things me baby am gina nei I am hoping say NPP for no be pushi Parliament ahwe no masa ko test Supreme Court to BM say enei MP na ne ho asem ba ye matunyi ndam yi speaker any parliamentary clerk no e in every parliament mo be ma ye kwan ma na san ko because say abane ye nyentoi e na yakwakoye appeal ye ni asanu wie hu se odifo ana odibem entimo nsama ne nko no nko na djuma se ye wie na odifo a onsi ho biem odibem dia na wato ase na djuma NPP can test the law in that way but oni be be eba begina director Diama NDC for who odi omo kan we nyina ne se da chi kwesi asem ne baaye no NPP for ampena mana nko parliament biem kopem se ye wie ya se ye nkoto aba ne foforo ye koto aba ne foforo enti enei president ewo ho ya omo de asem no ko parliament speaker ne NDC wo begina so se asem we bi esida ebisi ye no MP no ma mana ma parliament biem enti ye ntimi nsan no hunya bibi foforo enti we should conclude based on precedents ye setting 4 years ago and also some years ago na fe ye ma ono so nkotena nchen but hani aba bidru nti NPP NDC obia wo de obeka but Supreme Court asem o kan yi but ebe benefit MPP pa na ebe sa benefit NDC so yie but no cry
ebe ma o matimi ay campaign yi
but asem ni nyina no because what NDC for no anano ne beka post no kwasem ha say post no doesn't favor them enei post na epiem Kpandai Musa Dankwa post no ma MPP candidate 50% na ma NDC ni 46 na 4 na aka na akwakoda nchen right ebasa grounds doesn't favor NDC eno ka hu bi nti na nei results ne be say NDC for no they are very quiet nto mo say defeat MPP benya 2025 no and the Supreme Court to defeat na shada enti animguase ni nkukwo ne de upewu mpewu obeje Nemum ye two anim gwasasada there dey say oba bewu na ye two wu dana she the following week and the following month
o ye den obewu
asem ni nyina no nti we dey e ho na kwakọ gina back NPP nso so a very good point here edey baby o mu gina they can change things
quick one commander yenkotie we mra na no yan fa ne ye kwa election no
e ba te kwa election
akotia
yeah
sa I NDC ni nyae
NDC
wadi nkomo bi yenkotie mra Ninkomo ni mode ntu de ye temra
13th no crowd will be useless because there is election here 13th. I salute them. Me nkasa me NDC ni nti me betena ha be hypocrite say I say case I salute them for that. And I am aware and I know say the lawyers also have welcomed it. Because only choice simple. The Supreme Court says stop. That is the Supreme Court of the Republic. I'm not even too sure say it was a majority decision. It was unanimous. Yes.
Unanimous.
And it goes without saying. So I say, inti ye do ma say, omon koso ma justice system ni nye say ya. Obi kan irrespective of who sucks God. And fa ho ne baby a ofini ye penny resetting aban papa ba obi. Baby a ye reset.
My deputy director of elections said we need a good riddance because at least a mamo quine now to to go and campaign well.
Oh, yes.
MPP for defeat, and a court na postpone the amount.
No, you see, it will surely come, but yemfa emra kwan so. Eno na GDC egusi. On says as to said decision no means say I disagree. Yes, because you see, no to me. Because no court has vacated the orders of the High Court. No. As we speak, there is still the High Court decision. This is not a stay of execution, because a stay of execution application should be on notice.
Yes.
And that is what you have filed in the High Court first. And you repeat. And on the Supreme Court, it had to do with the election, which we agree. But, and then, when you have ambassador, I'll say, as I
can go back to
there be
Parliament.
member humpo, or say, as I say, for Kpandai for your representation.
Yes.
Kroy.
Ade.
Obi. You Kroy.
Obeka na.
You Kroy. Oh, na reho. Me say ukwa obeba. Ukwa obeba. Few weeks, as I say, your representation. Unyami nshira buemfo. Onyankopon nshira kroy mu Supreme Court na make a choice. Someone see kroy mu pen. They never had it in the entire eighth parliament.
Okay, Commander.
Yeah, Director.
Akwatia MP.
Yeah.
And sir, MP, Osansu ye lawyer.
Of course.
Na Osansu ye NDC ni.
Sure.
But I'm still now, also on the Supreme Court again.
Of course.
NDC for sure money problem there. But then MP for the Ankwambaka so much problem.
Director, unim say MPP can Justin Kwedian and be come my press conference. Come my press conference say judicial service and NDC and the Kuta Supreme Court moi or much omunye.
Enti se ene ekoma wo mu no de. Ana no mu mamme bo judicial service na baso.
Director unim. Omunim pefe say emra no Supreme Court dey aye adwuma na mum so bo Supreme Court abaso a o kina asamfo froko na Supreme Court sa de emra na adwuma na odifo a obe complain o mbeka say manu ye mienu nti say na it favors them but omun kasa nti utie ensema honorable Bernard Beduka wabro mu hwie asam no court ho no what na MPP lawyers no na o mani age they were very okay o say ruling we there eye o mo de ato makoma so they feel say court no aye the right thing but MPP penny for no because of hypocrisy any politics propaganda nti say o mo be ka say court no de no kra ye adwuma court na ya ade a o kina ye hwie na se sebi bibi fufroba ni ekwadi no omudifo a omo mpeni so omudifo nti omo back zu court nti court ni papa omo mo court na baso this honorable man yen kanokre aba o wini ye Erata eye pasa kwati afoto aba man se utie ni nkomo ene ni intelligence ya
we na kwati afoso mo kokoto aba mo wuo
Erata
enka owo di asem no wuo ba beka
asem nyina no because the ushe the contribution on this issue the comments on this issue say assembly parliament and they have a serious discussion in parliament concerning law Rata Ora Bernard Bedu a lot of knowledge and ideas or the paper on board making sure say you better akwatia for so ne parliament house Rata make kada bia say o to aba say bi enya o party banko a hwe nipa otena domanim otena nipa anima obetima kasa se de opese okasa ebeto nipa asom na otena bi okolobi fo bibi a otimi kasa lobi aba eye kasa na edi lobi ba se unya obi a ontimi kasa ono ani fie ontimi kasa ebede no akokolobi e de ape project aba erata yemo ndisifo aba so se asam ne ba ye no o hatelo ma jetum se Supreme Court amu ama wo mo de nemum o mo bu Supreme Court o ma jasem na tum
quick one another president bia to just President Mahama enye reshuffle MPP ni another president ka sansem no di san komo no sesie yentimra.
Besides, front bench, Minister for Agric just wrote to us. I was just given a copy that he cannot come. That's fine. Eric has been a very dutiful person. I won't begrudge him. But his deputy must be here. The president must be watching. The first reshuffle must happen. So that they are Honorable Van der Poel, for instance. He is waiting. He has been lacing his shoe for a very long time. The first reshuffle must happen. Leader, tell the president, the ministers who are not ready to do public business, the president must reshuffle them. Honorable Zuela is ready. Honorable Sasu, for instance, has been suffering for long. He's all waiting.
I no don't pray.
Na ofa bibi wo format.
Oh, there is so on your reshuffle because ministers ni bi wo ha. Wo madwuma nso ani. Na ministers no e bi adwuma so ani.
Why minister ben.
Che na mi bi sha.
I no don't pray wo one minister 11 months. Na MP position kita no NPP minister no ho no no e better than sa minister.
She bi e bi atofo e bi atofo sin adwuma nso ani.
Sa
Ti mama nsesan.
Na yemfa hwan mra.
Sa atofo sin be e ba yi. Dollar wo tete so. Ade so e pese e be kosoro no. Wo so tete ade yi so. Ti mama change atofo sin.
Raja winim. E na politics. Obi o ho a always opese ye tenenka and only any serious argument obe argue nti ebasa unnecessary things bia obe kam ya tenenka
na ai den time na omani nkoye kura no mukache kufuado se onye reshuffle mo na mukan yo
of course
akufuado na onye reshuffle but na oman na fe abdondo mani mama betena konya no so a oman no ye hwe de we besi asese oman no onze si onkwa reshuffle na wa na be kan no erikopoku ana
they say why erikopoku na yin mfiri ho
oh masa
ana atoforsen yenyi sami jemfimfiri gold board ho
abi
sami jemfiri ana no abro nyanka se jetum se the whole Ghana see wo bia ni Ghana oni madwuma sen sami jemfiri yen koyi ni mfiri ho
abi
na yen fa no dompre ene nkwohye ho ana yen fa hwan ne nkwohye ho erete to de bia enye faith to ourselves under na na do Kufuado the same MPP foi monka sa mutuna se yen hwe ha ema adwuma ne ye di mamo na nka so mosesa monsa ema afoforo ba but because nanadu hu say because of incompetence osesa ne nsa why never me da bia no be problem no na ye ka se Kufuado onye reshuffle no na nanadu so tuna ni hwe MPP fo ni mu a ohun obi a wa kire ya oye reshuffle de na ba enti enei se NDC aba power na they are doing everything very well na wa tempo senye very well kana at least and now ne kwan so na wo ka kire se mampani mama onye reshuffle nko yi kwan every ho
your money koi
sectors by sectors
en ka say aye die but oman no se enye se obetena konya no so na yi hye kakra
mo anano mampani ko speech for Nigeria Nigeria for ko bo na baso ho Nigeria for ankasa say mampani John Dramani Mahama betena konya so omunim sa wode magic na ba so wode dey otena konya so na Ghana economy ayeyi entimetie ahemfro mo Nigeria omo kasa asem no program na asem and am say sa ye neighboring countries ni na ku say Ghana economy no atene ne kwasi kwan so a eko ebeta enti say never catch say aban ni nya reshuffle greeting this government compared to the previous one in 11 months or my year no reshuffle and there was a basso I agree with the government say obey reshuffle mampani no no aye appointment no na appointees ni mfeli o my year adwuma yie enti ono no onim de obegina so other reshuffle no need for reshuffle mampani na ka say obey reshuffle any problem but on kind dia NPP ntimi put pressure on him
na yemfa we ntwato akwase kwaten kasamafo edema honorable Kennedy Akompre kwa Japan o say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia failure o faili our economy and a Ghana for the gina so punish NPP yentimra
so even the president
ba ye kan won say watimi boboso we ni na sabre no ye candidate odi animu ye but ebi so dia eba ne se da bi o se mulusu ya na mososo mo candidate ka ho because ensam wa na nwumre wo ka se da bi on de ohu ase ne ete no saa na wo ka no no so ka ho bi ena ma mulusu ya no anim
ebi wa ma menka samon
ya che so mo ka adverse kura mo opponents ye timi de ne voice bi be hihye eno a mo ndi an ha mu bi
ebi wa enoma NPP lose power no in now, even without speaking to the OK report, objectively we can all speculate. Yes, arrogance of power. Yes, promises are here, so yes, the economy and the rest. I mean, we can mention them. You can even help me.
No, sir, report no. Must say mbuto mumfa
no, I mean, the Rebunia report no. But my memo be on the economy. You have your $5 say 4, and they call 17. Nipa or no idea any call context. At the current President Kufuor so what buy was because of this currency issues and the stabilization of the economy, and of course a lot revolves around the dollar. I know a Canadian no 7 course. when Oka say I've arrested the dollar and given the keys to the IGP. No, Kennedy massive. And you can't blame this on Kennedy. So why arrested the dollar and giving the keys to the IGP? And Bra will find for the core 17. Napkofu ani entry Moka. Napo was under who secretariat. Nay, Dr. Bawumia the secretariat. Napkofu over 100,000 workers almost be 2 years entry Mokano. Our Mokoto Abetiano and no Kennedy Japan and Numasem and the Pusisa. What about Central Region? Central Region I promises say obisi airport more then BBS and her president Kufuor so on can BBS and no Kennedy Japan and Numasem. Now we had the DDEP ya former chief justice one mudu omunsego mutia omukwa around no munye esu kemuno eno ye Kennedy Japan no masem. Nobody is saying say Sebio Kennedy a saint. No, we've not said that. We all take collective responsibility for our loss. And no mebu high hezi our party for enyina ejitum. But ye kase Kennedy Japan no masem Kennedy Japan no masem. Let's cross check and run a forensic audit of the adverse omo boy. Between Dr. Bawumia comments on Muyusi and that of Kennedy Japan comments on Muyusi. Kennedy Japan has been talking and criticizing the party before Kufuor's era. What I say, your Kufuor by election every year. President Kufuor at the time Kennedy Japan party asem Kufuor by 2 successive elections in Lucy. I don't know what they Kennedy Japan no masem affected party no. But the name Kennedy Japan no masem eba affected party no. So when people lay those claim Kennedy Japan no masem, I don't really get understanding. One person there or no coalition no ne ho bibia ye but obi anu masem emom na NDC for e de ye o se na sabre ukoto fuel me and na bibia me buy me car na me to for 1,003 and na me turn 900 reasonably umpe Mahama sem kra on that basis you may not be able to question him until at that time I near koto about na fuel near their question. How then do you go and blame Kennedy Japan?
Okay, Commander.
Yeah, Director.
Akwasi kwate.
Of course.
Wadin komo.
Yeah.
Wakasa. Na nkomo no so mu da ho.
Sure.
Eye pepepe. Quick one emuam.
Director, we di obi na kan asem. Twani animu da ho a ye monchen.
Oye NPP ni o. Enso wo no kura wo ka.
Of course.
O se na no bi no auto petrol sei. Enso na wo auto petrol no 900 cedis.
Of course.
Enti enya na.
Director 400 cedis and a free fuel out of so.
Enti wo ma metna no ntwantro.
O meka so bibia ye okay. Me wa bibia nye okay. Se o ka se wo ka, se wo to so a na kohomabo nyina so beti.
Aw.
Advert no kre. Akohomabo nyina so beti because eniema bo aba fom.
When the Kobani say I know say honorable Kennedy ni NDC for akambom na omo ye niema no.
Director winim. Dr.
Mamunya no kre. Sa asema kwasi kwati kan die.
Se Kennedy ne NDC akambom. Na fuel no so ya teso na ye teso.
Send the ateso.
Dr. Mamunya
Masa kade no omu opposition party. Tinka bia nko obi sin ko beton ko ntwantro.
Na me wo opposition. Na mintimi mu akohoma boarding. Fuel boarding. Dr. Bawumia kra be kan okra. Fuel a o use di chini Ghana nyina 2024. Any fuel a we use in 2025 dey chin the whole Ghana no. Se fuel ne ye pa, ebo ne nye pe.
Em de ye tiase o but nkrofo so sin ka de ko opposition de ko ntwantro. Se de be ya ai ebetimi de na ba power nyame adoma 2028
erota no kra ne se ube kantro na munyina matna opposition forever na yemumu biem onama na nkwala de omo se tretrem so se NPP fo ni nie party we mu na omo nka no kra no erota it is better to save your dignity wonim kina asem ebimpo a otena na NPP party no ube frima ko ba bi foforo ana ube nya adwuma bi obi abeka sese check o track record a onka no kra enei Dr. Bawumia NDC for say go cry tum say he's a liar. The writer NDC in some way nyina surround wa. The writer ebasa ukoba bia ye ntimi nyi wuntum sa.
Na asama kwasi kwate ka no nukwa na nya nukwa. Also Dr. Bawumia enema economy ni say ye enema election omu lusu ye.
The writer onim bibi. Asemi eye trodo etoda bia because of politics me NPP ni nti emaye nka nokwa. Some NPP ni bia be ka nokwa. Dr. Bawumia cost 50% of their loss.
15 po. Yes, okay. Or they find about 60%.
Because the entire year maybe 15 say. Na do opportunity say. You do be crocas want to many Bawumia nya adwuma bi.
Oh yeah.
Na question because nipa na woni ne year adwuma no ontimi nya adwuma. But say ya ma kwan am a vice president for 8 years. An economic wizard, economic magician. All the ones saka economy within a second. Na de ni nyina dane. Jesus Christ of our time. Moment of our time. Yeah, the idea is unsa, not knowing say unsa pan will not pay unimish. Now after 8 years, partner Lusu the heaviest defeat in their history.
Yeah.
Say yeka, if you say you see 2000, the right MPP near defeat will be done. Now we have a catcher say we side defeat, you know, and my young cassa won't now cause ye. Name a month for being coma, now or moody, and coma moody in $7 3 cities. And a full 1 liter, 9 Ghana cities, and a Johnny Boffo, and a month for 1 tower one. And for winning coma honorable Kennedy body, come on for Buffon say, or in Bonini, or a bottom for on your normal. But a nay, people so say, and Comobia will be a dibiano, a no crack, honorable Kennedy say, MP before Bokrono. Omu yada to say, or Chinabia ni hobium. Oh, Omadi Omusa Benkum, Nifa, and a airfom, and a Omudidi, and ye, and they give to a worry away. Or says, Oshem, Yentiman bill. The writer, Abdohana. Say you can say Bobodia, we will keep mentioning names. Can for that transfer? The better or transfer or say on Sinechi Biem or question here against Wabwa or transfer a nay on a yedi until with all these kinds of issues, Ghana for Fermuno, you expect Ghanaians to say. Or be our catcher say NP before Bokrono. Now I'm payable finding out to say NP before Bokrono. Say be only Papanini. Or could you try black Macabi? Say MP before Bokrono. And honorable candidate in Sukabi. Intending any Pabaco for Neka. A month for Bebre and a neck at the end of the day. We are getting closer. And just say, we are comfort. Why do you blame that person? Blame Dr. Bawumia and the MPP are buying. Quick one, I begin to say fast. Na in corner for young Twasso. Emfa infio abigina bokode
sinama nyamyado me hode papa
awere sebebre na ekoso man ganem Kpandai rerun election a baso hono court se yentwensensen yemfanto kakra enso no basa no MPP ni ndisi sebebre na ekoso kosi kwato so de atodwa se ai economy ni ntina ema MPP elusu ento di blame ni na ma Bawumia bana no nim se Bawumia de se bia atodwa se omo de system bi beba se MPP betena konwa no so a enti se soja ne be fa na ja omako wo mo nko system no so ne MPP fo nko na wo so na wo ma fa MPP fo no scholarship a na wo ma fa MPP fo no quick one iye ni komo fa fio
na mama mencha hwefo we kire se Ghana fo maya Bawumia ba ya president da
kwasem
ti asam no Ghana fo na abadi aso ana MPP fo nko
eno ni asem no
Ghana fo na abedi aso na MPP fo enti ne kese wonye wonto aba ma MPP na ye Ghana ni na oto ma we so a Bawumia se oba se de atibi on forward adwuma
na se de o kan kwa de se oto aba ma MPP mpo na me mfa ne se wonye MPP ni wonye delegates a adwuma no age se delegates no ade adwuma na wia me bia kansa na Ghana fo anya wo
ne cheso ya sa oni trimo de pa ba na widini wotimi anya konya kawe na delegate ko tra sala ya to anati sinaba omo nye delegate so nya de Ghana fo na omo ya adru mewa na ohia no omo kwato aba anti wo wia na wasesa MPP fo no nko a omo wo platform no so nko a na wasesa na wo ma omo adwuma na omo amaka omo nko ye de anti we kire se we onye ontimi nya leader ontimi nya president hwede de wo de nya hwede NDC aban bai Mahama obia wo ska oni ska kofa forms ya fawa na wakoye waduma na bosome aso Bawumia se onye sa abi odi samila Bawumia bushiafo and the platform na obia platform wo ka so obejai odi na content ko nyina begum na mo Ghana fo na aka no wajam wayimu ama mo de musuni mfaso bia na obia obeye president ye ni NDC ye ni MPP ye ni akuadonko aye Ghana ada ye ma obeye president uye ujahama the whole Ghana na setie de Bawumia so the MPP fo nko a ebeto platforms abie ayama omo abaye edisika wo omanim omefa omo adwuma na omo amaka ne de emfa enti ya hwe de edis aban ba hwe de oye wobiem obian kofa forms no obian so de odi deserve se soja na abakọ the police na abakọ and that teacher kra na abakọ wade Bawumia se onya sa obofo nipa ka krebi no wasese Ghana sika sign bi ABC 2020 2016 Bapemane. Nanado the same thing or yeah. And I Bawumia Santos. Into Debbie Mekata Nanado go for you and you flew or man. Now man in Yaho.
No more.
Na cinema head you're watching. Assembly, Asama was over Hakata.
Sebia, a delegation no more Kasa. Or Casano Crow, who's any pano, we lose a video, one and videos out.
Now, say 2023, delegate to Abaman. Oh, I.
Why?
Well, now,
so away. I send me what I say.
Said I almost to Abaman. Then the same delegate here, Echo to Abaman.
Oh, Lucy.
Oh, Lucy. And to all but on Mukogun. So, Baba, so you. No question. When you say, yet to Abba Maywan, and penny for him, we ain't. Well, now move by any. Says I had it here. I had no first baby. No question. I don't know why now. Yes, so much. Says, oh, my Jimmy, oh, I had me when I went here. Also, this cow. Oh, why I have a Omundo, Ghana half or Mundu. Why I for that? Or Dada delegation. Nada Dada. Sir, and about Nadia Dada. And then more Dada. Oh, now, Nipana, what we are going to platform music at Ghana for say. Mimi Bawumia, Mahama, and Nimshi. Mimi Ba, $20 up to Namde Safari, my LGP. Yata, that's all another $17 cents. And the Nipo, what hour did you owe him? Tibonyanka so yasa. No sir, NPP for now, delegates no be san dada wo. Oh dada no dada, on timi nya hwe wo. Na mama mi busa delegates say 2023 no. Ya to wie ye Bawumia sa. Ya to 2023 aba wie no. Nya fa na wasa aba. Nti obet me aboa akwa 2023 ba pem sa mili. Nti aha, and wasa wo delegate tun say papa yo yasa. Okay. And Yanquanisa. Now, I was a quite so honorable Kennedy camp. Or the Atuga said, economy now, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia managing Yena Emma NPP Elusuye, Nenya honorable Kennedy. I'm our bomb, Basso class and Nepetro by. What it Petro Sukama? I'm a near me Koye. A quick one in Faway. Cinema, I'm one of them. That's what I say about Sansua and some are okay, dear. That's what now no NPP in Jinka also fire NDC. No sorry call. Now 2024 me got on more back 7 million. And 2025 me got on 3.7. My me nyamfaso. O nyamfaso. Ati me kawe ayade na maye. Be papa na samro aka no. 100%. Economy ne ma NPP Bawumia economy ne ma NPP lose here. Because Bawumia na do say we NPP na ye nyanyansa fo Nyansani ya ba ko pa ya Bawumia obetima lead NPP economy. Ama economy jina so abaya awasiso. Ya da sole na economy na Bawumia dia atofum. Wo sole na se kan Japan na kai ama reduce. Dollar na ko kan Japan na ko se $1 ko so. Petrol na edwane no. Kan Japan ko fa petrol edwane. Oh. Enti aha papa na sam na aka no. Me say won kan Japan acha. Won kanyansa say da. And the way I work, I am no cry over dinner to my dinner time. And on found what cannot cry. Nasatamo, what do I could do 100 cities? What do I could do 1.1? Now I may put to a baby 80 cities, and I put to a best cities no what. Who say man cannot cry? And the Bawumia Casano economy the man a failure. Ghana economy in a Bawumia. Economy in a Bawumia area. And the more new beyond the man away. On one casa. Nanu masama okani say Kennedy sama okikan Kennedy kare say tutujana Bawumia ye say na sinama he dey me kasa aseme yo wono obi na wo chia no otnewa nipa ne pa wasampa yeah anti wo tia no wo otne no wo se da bi na ko hwe ase a ayo nipa ne aye kan Japan ka kira mu say Ghana si kana mu fom nyob no amu di musisa say ayamu japade no ye beto aba ye bedu time ye beto aba Ghana for hemu o beto aba te musi da bi ansi esi anti kan Japan abone be no ye kan Japan ne ka kira Bawumia say on ba $3 million money ye say ofan ko ye campaign kan Japan ne ka kira Bawumia say o mu hwe ma petrol enwane kan Japan ne ka kira Bawumia say o ma dollar ko do 17 cedis ayo kan Japan ne ka kira Ante aye Bawumia anti Bawumia faili na hwe na say hwe de ye kote ya da sore se yakoto aban se bo omunam omuye campaign nyina na Bawumia de drone
or the drone
or the condom ma e the phone
drone
nya yina ya say drone
okay
drone Bawumia the condom kwa or the for condom kwa ene baby o mako bia na condom kwa di o machi na Ghana fo no mo se condom na ba no ato kan Japan na aka ana akan Japan ka che se Bawumia ai bokonto kana esi ye no aya se kosi wo hene na do no kan Japan ka se koti wo hene na do
ai don't pranso de aba betudwa se reshuffle Mahama nya reshuffle
awade ho
some ministers na bi adwuma nkoyi
minister bay
Mahama ministers no
awai hwan
Ghana
awo hwan na adwuma nkoyi
se bi atofo se
dollar wase dollar wase
11 cedi
onto omo peso na dollar wase
o se ko 17 na teba 50
ati omo mienu na o kase ye omo nya reserve ben ne chen omo peso no hwe MPP for bi jimi Ghana for ye help di yo so omo nya hu ganyansa 2028 ye beche omo nyansa ebim yanka no kra reserve bienu ho NDC abai and dollar no was 17 cedis dollar by 11 cedis emu one bag na mu peso na 7 million amu abadu 3.5 adwadi fuo ani ya me from me mama say eh me ba wonim dia aba say ya hokra ya say Mahama discover say omonto to bode ni enema wo ho enti Mahama enti wo na wo ka say nya reserve ben che say wo ano ayewena ano adumpre sifon on sifon ano ne reserve onja position now on giant to her. No, I don't have any sabanya hill. That small boy Sami Delphi. Kedoye. Oh. Cocoa bodo. Kedene. Cocoa bodo. Timmy Kano, Jacoba dollar bashim. NPP in pen for a Bawumia present or Bawumia TV. For Sobia Maso. Now, 750 Mkoton, no, the Afghan dollar. Other go on my Ghana dollar coffin. Who catch they say, young boy, reserve and Pamo Namia Macron for the Metinamana. And the Omubwa, Omukron on the young Jim Omusamba Pim, Sam Quanqua, the Yampany. Because reserve will be in her say, got a near Yankoto. Reserve will be in her say,
not a gunner for a young hotel.
Oh, Sinamai, a yet cannon.
Sebia unquam,
a yet cannon.
Sir.
Oh, a yet cannon. Ah, and I wouldn't say yet cannon.
Me.
I only say a take cannon.
Oh, see it. Be a back.
Daddy, I can't come in your mouth want to say a take cannon.
So now I am one year movie.
Daddy, and you say you. See, can you not go to one back a say?
I mean, Tomo.
Windy more. Would you? Before Banchi me do ya me. Banchi now to Banchia. None of what they could take okay. What I
say season.
Oh,
MPP time no season, MPP time jour na nento.
I get in a normal person.
Nyame na hye.
And nature so no me timo de fonti na nyame e man suo nto. And any si aba man suo to ma.
Ezo say Christmas plan so suo to.
Ai. Suo tim trasa na president Mahama minim nyame ahyeda anwene ne foforo ade na ba o man.
That aduane bebu o.
Eh. Me say ane bode wo na manam ya de bode abutu banchi abutu ane banchi taxi di betima so ye nipa.
Oh yeah, pa.
Ama ye bia ma bia
mama baso. Ya baba to mama baso.
Odi fieba. Abasa na ndi tuwoni ni
aje. First mrante ko fufu a. Nipa betre commander ye timi to ai banchi be 40 cities.
O ka se la.
Banchi nko
o ka se la se bi o se ye ngo fufu awie. O ma 100 cities se me nkoto bode ne banchi. Sign
100 cities. Obwa ni obwa.
Obwa. Me to
obwa. O don say
banchi o ka ataka me kwaye no. Banchi no 20 cities. Miensa. Nti me to say 60 cities. Na bode ne
se me yakai.
Bode ye yim bode mienu sei.
Ampa.
Mienu sei. Anti ne bode me and no me control bode 10 cities. I 4.
Untimi nimpo.
Untimi
na se no kwa 20 cedi kwa betima wo fu adi.
O betima wo fu.
Enti ukwa 20 cedi e no betimi and okay Ono wo yere nko akra no. Won hwa tansiri mbetimi dia atofofo banchene bode e. Afa na tosode ne niema nyado abu. Die be ntosi abu. Ene ntosi kura no tese. Oh, Master Mama ya dia.
Sina my body ko mene mere. Ye to body ne banche 26 ya. Ni etimi dia ne chese yeso edidi.
Body ne banche 10 cedi. We 5.
Ye ebe normal. Ebetimi aso ye. Asin ko wo ye peso. Banche koke. Wo ka no mo ye wa. Mo ade na sa mo peso mo mansuo ntwa aduane mu.
Ane nyame. Nyame
ne chese na NPP peso nyame keso mo. Nyame dumo omo. Now president oba no amuna. Ana ne be the same day kwali
Hari ekwan.
Kwali for me.
Na Kpandai constituency court say election na easy ko en wonyai. Na nsem no NPP e court NPP force ade akọ to mu ni nsem ni wie. Ansana akoto aba.
Ana ni sifo kade.
Andi sifo am so amane court no ya me.
Ani sifo. Ebe wo so mutwe.
Dabi.
NPP agomo mtiase.
Ende no kre.
NPP akomai. Daji no onye papa. Daji no wadia entity we wadia ma omana wa.
Usi NPP ade. Usi NPP akade.
And NPP fo no. Daji ni nya papa. Wadia tiaye. Yede yenni yemfa ne yede amanyame. Ti se wadia ma no. Oye papa na nya papa.
Oye papa.
Wangu biase de bia meka ho. NPP je Samuel omo yamfa nkokod kodu Mahama di jaje fufura bakum anti nipo enyama NDC president omo di amam wodi ni chance sample ama wo say wa kire say ko hwia nyansa na hyehyɛ woni amarie na next time wodi ba na odia na atiowa na wankasa jaje binde nyame nhira no pa NDC fo omo yade omo kire say omo nyini wo politics mu o ma chese o manyini wo pole eye wo ko matwe maso kasa akwawe ya friend small donkuma afenyo machi kwa twiman kwa friends and trofo no ababa gira no we win profit time ana anything we asisi ana anything we anene on the press conference say anything for on more mabaso enye sa da on be ye babu no itonyame. So mama boy this for abaso say o ma ya ade say ade no ma ye ne fenchi mama ye nyina na ada abibi baba no be press conference ya ba china bu no
okay
ko ye so nkwasasa mo Ghana ha ade for ya ade pa nyame hira o pa
kwekun ene ma sie ko e be sa ba biem yakra ifo nyina